Welcome back, sports fans. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports. I appreciate everybody watching Thursday nights with 912 Sports. I want to take this opportunity to thank some sponsors of our show. I want to thank Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with Crossway Realty, Gibson Animal Clinic, Coastal Pines Technical College, Prime South Bank, and Robbie Robertson Ford of Waycross. And without those guys, we wouldn't be able to do this show here every Thursday night. Don't forget, we're switching to Mondays on February the 1st, but more information on that coming soon. But joining us now is the head wrestling coach for the Wayne County Yellow Jackets, Coach Nick Hayes. Coach, how you doing today, buddy?
Morning, Sean. How are you?
Hey, man, great. Appreciate you taking the time to come on the show with us here and talk a little wrestling. And, Coach, we were talking before we came on air, and I was under the impression this was the first year of the Wayne County program, but this is actually the third year, but your first year as head coach. So give us a little bit of history of how this program got started over there for you guys.
Yeah, so obviously Wayne County has not had a wrestling program before 3 years ago. I think one of Coach Cribb's football coaches, Coach David Poinsett, and another assistant, Tim Pratt, got the idea to start the program, and they've been going. They were varsity only for a year, and then picked up middle school. Last year was the first year that middle school had a program. The conference allowed us to combine both middle schools to try to get that rolling, and this will be the second year in middle school and actually the third year of the varsity program. So our most veteran wrestler, we have three, I think, that have been 3-year guys. So certainly playing a little catch up as far as mat time and experience. But very, very excited about the direction of the program. Those guys did a great job of laying a foundation and getting kids out. And that's what my staff and I have tried to do, is just, carry over with a little bit of a different spin on things, and just a different voice in the room. That sometimes can be a good thing and a bad thing, but I think our kids have bought in, and obviously we're still behind, you feel like, because of COVID and just some of the mat time issues, and we were shut down for 3.5 weeks. But as far as age of the program, Sean, you could say 2.5 years, 3 years at the end of this year, and it shows at times, and at times it's a great thing, because you kind of, I've enjoyed getting to put a stamp on it, and these kids are working really, really hard. Got some really good athletes and big numbers, middle school and high school, that we're excited about.
Right. And Coach, the importance of middle school. You turned this program here at Ware Middle, around and grew it into the juggernaut that it is. I mean, year after year after year, you guys won, and now that since you've left the program, they've continued on that, that winning tradition. So how important it is getting those guys in middle school to buy in, to get ready to go to that varsity level. So I know it was huge for you guys to get that up and running over there last year.
Sure, and we got a community guy, Coach Ron Twilley, that does a great job for us, along with Coach Tommy Weatherspoon, and Coach Lott helps out as well. And we're all in one building. We're all one program. We don't say Wayne, we don't say Arthur Wheels Middle School. We don't say Martha Puggy. It's Wayne Wrestling, and I love having those guys in the same room. So I can get to know them, so my staff can get to know them. Our middle school coaches did a phenomenal job. I think we ended up with around 40 wrestlers between both schools. And obviously, you're right, to my middle school standards, that is, something to grow on. And, we didn't have it all figured out back in the day at Ware, Sean, but what we did have figured out was, I got really good community people involved. John Tyndall, Les Stone, KP Boatwright were three of my assistants, and of course Chad Starlin did everything that we asked, and all we did was just walk the hallways and encourage kids to come out, and a lot of them fell in love with the sport. And you see, Coach Eichfield does a great job. He kind of set that precedent at the top, with the varsity program, and of course didn't know much. Wasn't a wrestler in high school. Wasn't best friend was a 2-time state champ, and his little brother was a 4-time state champ. So I've been around the sport, certainly, but just wanted to do well, and wanted to put a good product out there. And, we're kind of taking some of that same recipe here, and trying to recreate that with the middle school, certainly. And, hope that it filters up to the high school, and you could look at the situation and say, hey, it's a win later situation, but that's not how we're attacking this year varsity wise. Really encouraged our kids to come out and just go throw our best punch at the region tournament this last weekend. Coming in as a 5 seed, that can be, it can motivate kids, or it can deter them. And I think our kids, we challenged them all week that, kind of told us some things were going to happen in the first round, and they came to fruition. And you just see the belief start to take over in our kids, and that was special for our fans and our kids, I believe.
Yeah, and Coach, what you're talking about is you guys came into that tournament as a 5 seed, went away as a 2, or came in second place, runner-ups, only trailing Ware, who has kind of been the standard in this region for quite a while now. But just a great accomplishment for your kids, to be able to, like I said, to walk in that room saying, okay, you're 5 out of 5, but didn't come home with that second place trophy. I know it had to be special for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, Sean. New region look, and you didn't know what to expect. These guys had fell just short of making the state playoffs the last 2 years, and to be expected, obviously with good wrestling in the region they came from. Only Ware was still in it, but you get caliber teams like Veterans and who finished really high in the state last year. I think they had something crazy like 10, 12 state placers last year, who were ranked in the 1 seed. And then Coffee County, Coach Paul does a great job over there with those guys, and even Warner Robins came in, with a newer program, kind of like what we were dealing with, and missing some holes in their lineup. But every kid they had wrestled really hard and was a good match for us. I think seeing those guys and us encouraging our kids, we told them some things that were going to happen. We had them in the first round as the 4 versus 5. Versus Warner Robins. I think we won that match 70-20, 60-24. Sean had some big pins by guys in spots, and got some points off of forfeits, obviously. But we really stress the importance of having a full lineup to our kids and making weight. And we've been practicing morning and afternoon. Kids are sacrificing, being here at 5:30 in the morning and showering at school and then coming back in the afternoon for more work. And just tip your hat to those guys. Tip your hat to my assistant coaches, and to parents. It's not easy for parents to wake up that early in the morning to bring a younger kid. So it gets you in the tournament. You win that first round, matchup, and veteran shows up, and they're dealing with what everybody's fault this year. They're dealing with some COVID issues, and have a few holes in their lineup, and we definitely were unfortunate for them, but very appreciative of an opportunity, and just kind of told our kids, hey, I told you we're gonna wrestle in round 3, and it's gonna mean something. And I think definitely the seniors, they kind of looked at me crazy when I said it at Tuesday at practice, but and I don't even know, Sean, I knew it was going to be a tall task, and knew it was going to be, quality wrestling, and can't say enough about what a great job that those other coaches do with their programs. But our kids went out, and I think we won that match against Veterans in the second round. I've got my stats here. Please bear with 54-27. Had a huge match by, a kid that had been a senior for us. Jaquan Felix at 138. He went out and battled and lost a 1-point match, and that's huge. Not giving up 6 points there, and instead of 3. And then, of course, our senior leadership, Hayden Beasley, Gray Davis, Camden Williams, they were undefeated on the day, and good kids, even good wrestlers, even better kids. Kind of bought in, and it was fun to see those guys get excited, kind of see the fans starting to understand what was going on during that second round. And the 138 match was the sealer in the match for us, and just to see the 30-something kids that we took over there, the excitement and the realization that, hey, we're about to go wrestle in the championship round, against a really good Ware County team that was going to give us even more of an opportunity to get a test of where we are. So right. It was good. Yeah.
Well, Coach, and you mentioned about the weight classes. When you do the duels, it's basically a scale that you wrestle. But how important is recruiting, and where are you finding your guys from to come be a part of your program?
And I catch kids coming by. Obviously, I coach football as well, and both of my assistants do. So being able to, get a lot of football kids out that were, were weight class fillers for us and fill some holes in the lineup that we may not have saw. It's hard to get a kid in the summer to get their attention, especially without being able to get on the mat. I think you get kids on the mat, you definitely could get them to fall in love with the sport. But, with COVID this summer, all we were able to do was lift, and we had a good crowd, but not necessarily the numbers we wanted. And that's part of it, man. It's my job as the adult in the room to find kids and encourage kids to come out and do whatever it takes to, have those points and those spots for the group as a whole, to benefit from it. And that's exactly what happened this weekend.
Well, Coach, you guys finished second in the region. Where does that put you guys in state? What is the next up for the Wayne County Yellow Jacket wrestling team?
Yeah. So again, first time ever in the postseason. Kids are very excited. We've had a great week of practice. We actually have senior night tonight. We host Glenn Academy, and it puts us as a 2 seed coming out of the region. We will travel to Woodward Academy, who were the number 1 seed out of Region 3. We will face Jones County, the number 3 seed out of Region 4, familiar foe for us, and definitely a motivation match for our kids, and especially the football guys after a heartbreaker up there to end our fall season. And the coach does a great job. We saw him early in the tournament, didn't have any of our football guys, and they wrestled against our JV group. But you just got the feeling that and everything you hear and the research we've done. Coach Thomas Swilly and Austin Wilder, my assistants, do a phenomenal job of scouting and are always on point with kind of how we prepare, and those guys prepare like football guys. So it's kind of neat to see, they come in with spreadsheets and matchup sheets, and it is fun, man. We have a really fun staff, enjoy being around each other, work hard, and enjoy each other's company. But these kids buy into these assistant coaches. They do a great job at practice of motivating and get these kids ready. And that's exactly what we told them this week. We're going to get up early Saturday morning, and we're gonna ride the charter up to Woodward Academy in College Park, and put another good showing out there, and wrestle Jones in our first round deal, and blessed to make it through that, which is the plan. We'll see the winner of Woodward Academy and Northside Columbus in the second round, all at their place.
Yeah, and then from that, I guess that'll determine whether you guys go to Macon.
That's correct. Well, actually, this year the duels, Sean, are at the sites, so they're at school sites. Only traditional will be at Macon, but yeah, it'll if you win 2 rounds this weekend, you're top 8 in the state, and get a chance to go wrestle against the best. And there are a lot of wrestling guys that it's different than football. Don't get the they don't get the publicity, the recognition, and there are a lot of really good programs in the state of Georgia, and a lot of coaches do it really, really well. Coach Eichfield being one of those guys at Ware, and just seeing the predictions, and Woodward's got a really good squad. Got a couple guys ranked in the state individually, and that's okay. We like our guys, and really excited to go get a chance at Jones, and if we wrestle like we're capable, hopefully have a shot at Woodward.
Right, and that like I said, once that's over, that'll wrap up duels. But then they get into the traditionals, where it's really just 1-on-1. Do you have any guys that you look forward to be a part of that traditional season?
Yeah, so absolutely, definitely. You go back to a region look, with the same 5 teams that were at the region duels, and it's on an individual basis. So obviously not getting to see every bit of veterans lineup definitely creates some question marks of what we're looking at. But, Sean, we're hoping to have, 7 to 10 guys qualify and to get into the state tournament. You got to be top 3 out of 5 in the region tournament to get to go this year. And, that's something we've challenged our guys with, and it'll be fun trying to figure out, what do we need to wrestle dual wise, and what's going to be best individual, for us. A couple guys that stand out, Camden Williams, had our biggest run, our heavyweight last year. He had a really good run at state, finished right outside the top 8. Gray Davis, who has came in. He's our Mike linebacker in football and came in a little late. Has not had the mat time that some of our guys had, but sitting at a 9-1 record right now, doing a really good job, kind of floating between 82 and 95, and being just a team player and such a humble kid. Doing whatever we've asked him to do, and he's wrestled well this year, and just can't replace the grit that kid has. And then the kid that's really stepped up this year has probably been our leader above all leaders, a kid named Hayden Beasley, who's wrestled anywhere from 95 to 70. And I believe he's sitting at a 14-3 mark right now. 2 of those losses coming to a kid that was, heavier than him, and me asking him to wrestle up in a match for us, that we needed for the team kind of early on. And just been so willing to do that stuff and been a leader at practice, and then of course, you got all kinds of guys that can contribute. Eli Adams has had a good year as a junior. Gage Orvin has really had a breakout year his senior year and is doing some really good things in that middleweight section. Jaquan Felix, who came out, I told you, had a huge match for us in the region tournament. He certainly stands a chance to get a trip to Macon. And then our 106, Sion Blake has really figured it out and figured that weight cutting is a good thing. And, he figured out that if he could get down to that lower weight class, that, the competition definitely drops off a little bit. And he's wrestled well for us these weeks down the stretch. And, man, I think that the most important thing, especially with the setup, you get on the right side of the bracket and win one match, at the traditional region tournament, you're in, and that's what we're kind of, getting our kids excited about. So we hope to go there and wrestle well. And, several names that I didn't mention, Tim Duncan's done a great job for us as a first year guy. Jaden Jolin, Levi Cooksey, could go on and on about, Caleb Howell, a lot of kids that have just stepped up and kind of grown up. Cole Driggers, Griffin Phelps, 2 freshmen that came in and jumped in the lineup and really did a good job for us. So, making it there, Xander Wilson, certainly has a shot, depending on where he falls weight class wise, to come in and just, have a good tournament. Everybody's certainly entitled to that. And that's what we're talking about, with the duels this week. Let's go have a good, let's go have another good Saturday and see if we can extend it for one more Saturday as a team. And then, whenever that run ends, we'll switch gears and kind of focus on traditional.
All right. We got senior night tonight, right?
Senior night tonight, 5:30. Yep. If you didn't have had a chance to come out yet, come out and support and be a great time. Really good chance. We got a great group, 9 seniors. Really, really, really special group. Like I said, I think 3 of them have been 3-year guys, and the other ones have bought in, and they've really done everything I've asked, as a coach, that have been different, and have stepped up in leadership roles and do not worry about the character of their of these young men. They do a great job and keep us and get us in the right spot.
Well, Coach, good luck Saturday as you guys travel to Woodward Academy. Y'all go up there and get it done, and hopefully you'll make it to that final state round and that Elite 8. But hopefully we'll catch up with you a little bit later on down the road once traditions get up and rolling.
Sean, really appreciate 912 Sports, man. Thanks.
All right, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
That's Coach Nick Hayes, head coach of the Wayne County Yellow Jackets wrestling program, 3rd-year program. Nick's first year as head coach, come up, finished 2nd in the region. Just a fantastic job there for those guys. But they get ready to take on Woodward Academy this Saturday, but they've got a match tonight against Glenn Academy. So if you're a Jacket fan, got some wrestling you can check out tonight. So, but we'll be right back here with Thursday nights with 9-1 Sports after these messages. Thanks for watching.